I wanted to bring up, if you don't mind, I think we have a little time left on this. I wanted to bring up a pardon that snuck under the radar. So we're talking about 3 days in office, and he's pardoning Russ Ulbricht. I think I always say that wrong, but I believe that's right. Ross Ulbricht. So who is Ross Ulbricht, you ask? This guy went by a pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts from Princess Bride because, of course, he did. Of course, he's nerdy. But he was sentenced to 2 life in prison, consecutive sentences in prison for being a massive drug cartel leader. That's what
he ran the Silk Road.
He ran the Silk Road website, which from 2011 to 2013 was responsible for more payment and distribution of drugs across all borders than any cartel ever in the existence ever. Truly. I'm getting this from guess where, right? I wanted to show you guys from ICE. So this is ICE on their site have a write-up about this guy from when he was convicted, and all of the DOJ website, everybody, you can read about Ross. So he created and ran the Silk Road website, and what that was the first sort of big site, what everybody called the dark web at the time. You can buy anything on the dark web. Remember this? Based on cryptocurrency. So based on Bitcoin, there might have been other cryptos in there, but it was mainly Bitcoin at the time. And it allowed anybody who had drugs to sell anywhere in the world to go ahead and do that over this exchange. There were other criminal acts happening there too. Hackers could be hired. A lot of cyber crimes, a lot of hacking, a lot of, the Russians that do the thing and you want to pay and you want to buy some. That was Silk Road. For hacking into our systems and hacking into other things. The money laundering was also in there. It was a massive money laundering operation because it was all about illicit goods and services. So illegal goods and services being sold and traded on this man's website using crypto. Donald Trump made it senior there, made it for this run. We just didn't hear it because he spoke to his little silos, right? And we don't know whether or not this got covered. I never heard him making this promise. I would have tracked it. But it just wasn't something that was played or reported on. But apparently he went in, and I stopped looking at all those channels. He was in those channels and making promises with Elon right at his side to the crypto bros, I'm going to free this guy. And he posted it on Truth Social and everything. I'm going to free him. I'm going to save him. All caps, exclamation points. And I called his mother. I told his mother, I'm going to set your boy free. Right? Because he's a youngish man. He's a bro. So he did. So there you go. There you go, Fraternal Order of Police. Not only did he pardon a bunch of cop beaters and cop killers, he unleashed back on the streets and pardoned the biggest, most prominent drug cartel leader in the history of the ICE. That's what ICE says. That's what the Department of Justice says. More drugs, more money flowing globally through this man's site and all other kinds of illicit things.
Yeah.
Let your mind run amok.
Yeah.
So that's it.
I don't know what to say about Silk Road guy. I mean, they're sending in they're sending in the worst, the criminals, and what he says Mexico's sending, he's actually doing here.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing that's so infuriating.
That's the thing that's so infuriating.